Hello, everyone. This is St. Louis Sanford. I'm here to discuss in a chronological order about why Dion Sanders was chased out of Jackson, Mississippi. Yep, that's what I said. He was chased out of Jackson, Mississippi. Normally, when I do this, I don't have what I call a prepared statement. I check out what's going on and I've gotten good at what I do, especially because I've been doing this for a while now. Well, to me, it's wild, 2 months, and I do have about four video out. St. Louis Sanford, uh, white African American and white folks, pissed me off. Check it out. You'll love it. Just check it out, St. Louis Sanford. But anyway, let me go and talk about this issue with Jackson State. I been doing a lot of checking things out, investigating my own investigation. You know, what is so strange to me is that all of you African American people that are upset because Deion Sanders left Jackson State, think about it, people. What did we do to keep that from happening? We could have kept him from going to Colorado. Now, think about this. When Deion Sanders made the announcement that he's planning on coaching at Colorado, there was five other coaches, big name coaches, that was moving around going to different schools. Those five, when they came out, they signed. Deion Sanders was the only one who didn't sign. You know why? Deion didn't really want to leave Jackson State. Deion loved what was going on. He loved what he was doing at Jackson State. To be around his people, 60,000 plus, 60,000 in the stadium, 20,000 around the stadium, and tailgating. They were there because of him. He loved that. We're his people. We're his people. He wanted this. He came to Jackson State. Jackson State didn't go to him. He came and said, I want to coach here. I want to coach at the HBCU. I want to come here and make a difference. I want to come here to make a change. Yeah. He said, God sent me here. God. Jackson State didn't know what they had. They didn't know what they had. Let me begin to update you all on what happened. And what really ticked me off is my people online saying this and that and don't know what the hell they talking about. How you gonna dog a man out for leaving a black institution, go to a PWI, predominantly white institution, if he's not wanted there? If he's not wanted at the Afro American, he has no other choice but to go and get more money. When he came there, he said, I'm not here for the money. I got money. Take care of my coaches. Take care of my assistant coaches. That's all he wanted to do. They had a year to get something done to take care of Dion assistant coaches. Boy, did he have some good ones. Jackson State officials sat on it. Didn't do nothing. And now the fans out there, I understand. See, I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you because I am emotionally invested in Jackson State and the HBCU. When I grow up, I knew about Jackson State, Tennessee State, Grambling, Southern. Southern's one of my favorite schools. Morehouse, Howard, FAMU, and then came along Mississippi Valley State, Alcorn, Prairie View, Texas Southern, and all the others, Cheney State, Morgan State. I got to know about all, not about, but I got to know of those schools. Now I'm fully invested emotionally into HBCU. And boy, did we have someone to come to Jackson State to get us going. Oh, did he do it? Lord have mercy. This man came along and he set the world on fire. And what do you all do? You said, call him everything but a child of God. Now, let me go on and just give you some things that happened that caused him to leave. But first, let me say this. All these people that's doing all this crying and bickering and lying, African American people like me, I'm guilty, did not donate a dime. At Jackson State, there were almost 60,000 people at every game, 20,000 tailgating. That's 80,000 people that did not donate to an HBC. No, I'm sorry, a high percentage, maybe 92% of them did not donate to an HBCU or Jackson State. That's a lot of people. 87% of alumni did not donate it to Jackson State. That's 87% of Jackson State alumni did not donate to Jackson State, and the rest of you wouldn't even donate to any other HBCU. I did not attend an HBCU. God, I wish I had the opportunity to go to Lane College on a band scholarship. I have no idea what I'm missing. People, if you got kids, send them to an HBCU. The love affair that goes on there is unbelievable. Go around people that understand you, know you. Go there. Let me go on. Let me say this. When you got 60,000 people at a game in the stadium and 20,000 just there to have fun, to be in the mix, that's 80,000. Can you imagine if all 80,000 donate $50 a month every month? That's $4 million a month that can go to Jackson State or other HBCU. $4 million a month. I'm sorry, $4 million a month could be collected out of 80,000 if y'all just donate $50. I'm going to do mine, but we didn't do it. Another lesson Dion taught us without trying. Oh, he taught us a lot now. He taught us a lot. Now, let me say this. The problem Dion had was getting money for his assistant, and he didn't get it. Somehow we need to change this attitude. And let me go back a little bit to donating. We need to change our attitude about donating to each other. We're always waiting on other race to take care of us. Yeah, the white man. We need to take care of ourselves. We really do. We need to take care of ourselves. I mean, it's if this don't show you, teach you something, nothing will. We need to make it cool to donate to HBCU schools. Everybody, a lot of African Americans want to do some cool things. Okay, let's do some real cool things. Let's start donating. Donating to HBCU school that you attend or school you didn't attend. We need to do that now, people. Now, let's put things into perspective here about what happened. Here are some of the issues that Deion Sanders had. It was said that in the summer 2022, JSU could not finish the football locker room before the football players got back from summer break. Deion was on video and just taking it all in, just see, okay, this has to be done, this has to be finished. Evidently, they ran out of money. So Dion said, hey, Get the people to come out and finish the job. This was told his associate. Get the people to come out and do the job, and I'll pay the $150,000 so they can finish that locker room. So when the players come back, it'll be finished. If y'all have not seen that locker room, go on YouTube. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then another thing that happened that really got to Dion, and you look at the YouTube, he was visibly upset, people. During the game at Veterans Memorial Stadium, some low-life idiot got into the coach's office, Dion's office, stole his cell phone and his wallet. You know, he had cash in there and credit cards. They stole it. And he was on there saying that he should be enjoying himself with his players. They gave him the team ball, but instead he got to deal with what just happened to him. And his voice cracked. And I said, oh my God. Because the man was going through life. He was doing so much. And then to have someone to come in the office and take his wallet, you know, here he wanted to celebrate the victory, but instead he got to deal with something that low-life idiot that didn't want to go out and get a job. A low-life idiot who probably stayed with his mama. Let me tell you something about this low-life idiot. I'm sorry, I'm going to get off script. I'm going right back. Let me tell you about some of these low-life idiots, people. And maybe some of y'all have them in your family. I got some in mind. You low-life idiots. You're living off of your mother. Your mother probably is 60 years old, and you probably in your 20s. What the hell you think is going to happen to mama in the next 20, 30, 40? I'm not giving her 40. She's 60. What do you think is going to happen in the next 10 or 15 years, maybe 20? She's not going to be around. Fool. You ain't going to live with your sister because she got her own family to take care of. You're not going to live with your brother. He got his own. Now you 50, 60 years old. You have no retirement plan, you idiot. It's better to start paying your retirement plan at 25 years old. At least have 30 good years invested. You'll be all right. You can get away with less, but you'll be all right. Go get a job, fools. Quit trying to live off the street because there's no future in it. But reality gonna set in. You're gonna wish that you had, because mom and dad ain't around. You big ass baby. I'm sorry for cussing. I'm not gonna cuss on my podcast. I'm sorry. Let me get back on script here. You know, there was a water crisis at Jackson, Mississippi. So Dion had to deal with that with his players. He had to go find hotel rooms. He got to make sure that they was going to be fed. He got to make sure they do their homework. I mean, it was kind of chaotic around it, but he handled that. He handled that well. And then the next thing Dion had a problem with, the break-in of his car, his son, two sons' car, and his daughter. That was 5 reported break-ins in their cars. 5 times. You know, really? Can't you people show some dignity and say, hey, we got people here that help us out. Let's not do any harm. Why do anything to your people anyway, fools? I'm sorry. Let me go. The next and most important thing of all, Deion Sanders. People, Deion Primetime Sanders. I hate to talk about this. Deion Sanders is supposed to get a percentage of the gate. That's in his contract. Okay, $300,000 a year, but I'll get a percentage of the gate after 30,000 tickets. This man's, I mean, how can you say this to him? He's sitting, standing, whatever, but he's in the field coaching a game and see the whole stadium filled. Some of the officials told him they sold out of tickets. And then when he went to inquire about it, come on, man. The man is smart. You got 60,000 seat stadium filled up, but you tell him you sold only 28,000. Why did you go at 28,000? You went at 28,000 because you had to pay him for what's over 30,000. You couldn't even lie and say 40,000, but you had to go down at 28. You're telling me that I'm dumb and stupid, and I'm supposed to believe that? Dion said, wait a minute, we got to do some investigation here. We need to find out who stole the money. We need to find out where the missing money is. He said, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. That one statement that he made about the missing money and getting to the bottom of it changed everything. Everything that he set out to do, he had a different heart about what he was doing. He did it, but he was still willing to work and make some changes, and hopefully that this will blow over, things get better. We just got to the bottom. We ain't there yet. We're not there yet. Now, when Deion Sanders came to Jackson State, he said, I'm going to make a change. And he did. But what changes did Jackson State make? He was supposed to get paid a bonus if he won the SWAC championship. He was supposed to get a bonus if he went to the Celebration Bowl. Didn't get either. You know, Dion asked about the proceeds from the football games. Guess where they went? The proceeds went to general funds. None went to the team. That's not how you do business, people. I mean, it's the way Afro-American do it, but all the PWIs and other schools don't do it that way. Football team bringing all the money. They get a percentage, and then you split the others into the general funds. Jackson State put it all in. Now, if you put it all in, okay, football teams, this is what we're going to give you all. You're going to have some traveling money. You're going to have money for hotels and food. Not Jackson State. Not Jackson State. Deion Sanders had to take care of that. Did you hear him arguing over that? Complain about that? He was a hell of a man. A hell of a man. He kept right on going. When Jackson State went on the road, Dion was responsible for the plane with American Airlines. If he wasn't responsible for it, I'm going to give him the credit. I'm going to give him that credit. This man just kept on moving no matter what. He said, I'm not going to let nothing stop me. We're going to keep on. We're going to keep rising up. And we're going to be okay. This man put on a one-man show. You look at the uniform. Jackson State had the best uniform of every college and university team in the country except one. Only one school outdid Jackson State. That was either Oregon or Oregon State University that beat Jackson State when it comes to dressing. Only one. He leveraged his friendship with the owner of Under Armour, who provided the uniform. They had 5 different uniforms and helmet. 5 different uniforms and helmet. The cleanest team out there. And one thing he said, you look good, you play good, you feel good. You feel good, you look good, you play good. They were the best team out there. And then he went to his buddy, Michael Strahan. Good Morning American, that came to Jackson State one day a couple of months ago. The Good Morning American brought their TV cameras there with Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan is tied in with uh, Men, was that Men Warehouse? Deion Sanders, if you watch Deion Sanders clean cut, he's on point when it comes to dressing. His thing was when his players go out of town flying his plane, he said, I don't want them to look like who's who. I want everybody to look the same. You're not gonna wear your pants down below your butt. He don't play that. Hide the crack of your butt and your cheeks. Pull your pants up. And they all had on blue suits. You wear any color shoes you want, but you're gonna wear a blue suit. They were looking good getting on those planes. God, thank God for Michael Strahan. Thank God. In the Men Warehouse. They look good. And then one thing Dion found out that when he came to Jackson State, they didn't have a practice field. And what did he do? He went to Walmart. He went to Walmart to get the money to build not one, not two, but three practice field people. Three of them. Just you had it. They had it going on. This man was something. Now, Home Depot got involved. Deion Sanders doing this. Home Depot got involved. They were the one who furnished everything for the locker room. Home Depot. Go on, Dion. And what did the president and the other official at Jackson State did? Oh, you know what they did? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this. But they were around for the parade. They got involved. When it's time for the parade, the championship and whatnot, so Jackson State people was involved. They put their face right up front. Dion didn't mind. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted them to, be out there, enjoy it also. But Deion Sanders put on this one man show. And like he said, I did not come here to make money. I came here for my assistant to get paid. And what happened? People, they didn't get it. They did not do what they were supposed to do. Had a year to get this money together for Dion coaches. They didn't. You got some of the biggest fan of any HBCU or FCS school to utilize. You could have got millions of dollars from them. They wouldn't mind donating because they was on this high for Jackson State, HBCU, and Dion. And what do y'all do? Nothing. The alumni was excited. They could have got involved raising money for Dion and his coaches. Didn't do it. Now think about this, people. 80,000 people at the game, whether it be inside or outside, I would have somebody with a hell of a pail to collect money. You only slide money in, can't take money out. Man, I would have, oh my God. All those, and those people don't, we were on such a high. If you ask everybody for $100, you probably wouldn't have a problem getting it from 30% of them. 30% of 80,000 people will not mind giving up $100 that day. But they didn't do it. They did not go to the businessmen in Jackson, Mississippi that was reaping humongous profit from game days in Jackson, Mississippi. Didn't ask them to get involved. Last year, Dion was able to bring in $34 million to the city of Jackson, Mississippi. Last year, 2021. And what happened? They didn't go to businessmen and ask for nothing. Everybody made money. Let me tell you what I did when I was there. I parked my car in front of this fella's house on the street. I gave him $10 to park in front of his house. He washed my car for him. When I was in Memphis, I parked my car on a lot where they had tore down houses and they just put grass over whatever. And this fellow charging everybody $20. He may have about 70 cars. I gave him $20 to park. He watched my car until the game over. When I got back, my car was safe. No issue. Everybody made money off of Jackson State, except the coaches. Good God Almighty. The people that were reaping the benefits, no matter who they were, they made money. The hustle was on. And Jackson State official done nothing. Absolutely, absolutely nothing. No sponsor. I mean, the mayor didn't even come out. You think the mayor said, "Whoa, this is my city. I got to keep this going. This is our cash cow. We got to keep him here." You would have thought he would have came out and tried to do something. Legislators would try to come up with some idea how to get money to keep this man here. I bet you if they went to the governor, even though he was a racist governor, but he know a good thing when he see one. He know that Jackson State was bringing in money to that town. If you had went to the mayor and say, "Hey, we need help," I mean, to the governor, "Hey, we need help," I, I would, even though he was a racist, crap, he probably would have done something. They didn't. They said pat. Dion was on his own. Now, think about what I just said earlier. Dion, out of six coaches, six of them that made some major changes from their school to another school. All five of the other coaches, which happened to be white, signed a contract. Of course, they with the PWI, predominant white colleges, these five white coaches signed with. Dion was the last one to sign because he sat back and waited for Jackson State to come up with something, and they did. The 11th hour and 45 minutes, Jackson State came up with $1 million damn dollars and told Dion, "Here's $1 million for you and your 15 coaches to split." You may as well give him some bag of peanuts. That's a slap in the face. That's just like stabbing a man in his back, pour salt and bleach in the wound. $1 million for Dion for what he did, and all you want to do is give him $1 million. God, man, oh man. This is what the president of JSU did. People, people. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all say what you want. There's some jealousy there. There is some jealousy there. There is no way, for Dion to be treated that bad. And I'm gonna say this because I'm such a big Dion fan. I've been that way since he was a sophomore at Florida State. I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad that he's gone somewhere where people can appreciate him. Let me tell you what I saw. He went to Florida. I'm not Florida, but to Colorado University basketball game Saturday. Was it Saturday? Friday? It was Saturday. Yeah, I was jealous. At halftime, when he walked in, he walked through the crowd. It took him a long time to get to his seat because people were stopping, shaking hand, slapping him on the back. And then they had this little white boy, blonde hair, had on the sunglasses that Deion Sanders wore. I got me some. He had the sunglasses on. Dion had to pick him up, take pictures with him. They appreciate him, and he ain't done nothing yet. They love this man. He hasn't done nothing as of yet. But you people, God Almighty. You people just can't stand it. I'm going to go on to part two because we got a lot more to cover. I like to keep my videos at 30 minutes, not 24 minutes. But part two, I'm going to say some things that nobody's going to like. I don't care. I don't care. So stay tuned for part two.